Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. A $3,000 reward is being offered for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for recent residential burglaries at multiple construction sites. In December, 4 burglaries on construction sites were reported. Tools and construction equipment were reported stolen. The thefts occurred on the 4600 block of Annaway Drive, 5300 block of Schaefer Road, 5300 block of Chantry Road, and 5900 block of Wooddale Avenue.
Becomes a crime of opportunity, and sometimes the workers don't lock their stuff up as well as they could. Other times they're able to, they might have a vehicle that blends in as a worker, and then they won't look out of place over there.
If you have information regarding these incidents or possible suspects, contact the Edina Police Department at 952-826-1600 any time of day. Your identity may remain confidential. The Edina Crime Prevention Fund is offering the reward and is the sole judge of any point of contention regarding the reward. Any decisions on the reward are final. Following the completion of construction projects on Minnesota Highway 100 through Edina and St. Louis Park later this year, the Minnesota Department of Transportation plans to begin work on U.S. Highway 169 between Highways 62 and 55. MnDOT expects the project to cause a significant impact on traffic as the highway will be closed for 1 year at the 9 Mile Creek Bridge to allow for removal and replacement of the bridge. Additional lane closures are expected throughout the project's duration.
Just know it's coming, you know, we're out in front of it, be prepared. You will, if you're a Highway 169 motorist, you still will be able to get off on Brent Road if you're traveling northbound here. You'll still be able to get off on Brent Road. If you're traveling southbound, you'll be able to get off at that 7th Street, 5th Street Lincoln Drive exit as well. So that stretch is the only stretch of 169 that's going to be completely closed.
As part of the project, the southbound entrance and exit ramps to West 16th Street will close, and ramps at Cedar Lake Road will be lengthened to increase safety. The bridge over 9 Mile Creek between Bren Road and Lincoln Drive will be replaced and pavement will be repaired. The project includes other repairs and improvements as well. According to MnDOT, consolidating all planned projects on Highway 169 during a full closure reduces the construction impacts from 3 years to 1 year. The project's timeline will also ensure that alternate routes are not affected by construction. MnDOT will host an open house from 4 to 6 p.m. Wednesday, February 10th at Hopkins High School for those interested in learning more about the project and planned improvements. The Edina Art Center recently completed a project done just once every 20 years or so. Edina TV's Matt Koskinen dropped in to see how the new bricks are stacking up in the pottery department.
In the basement of the Edina Art Center, in a small room with cinder block walls, sits the pottery department's firing workhorse, the downdraft gas kiln.
The original kiln, and part of what's still there, was built in '78 probably. And in '98, I and a couple of the other instructors and staff people at the Art Center rebuilt it as a car kiln, which just means it can roll out and you can load it up easier.
The kiln was fired 476 times from 1998 to 2015, approximately once every 10 days. And so, it was time to be rebuilt.
Some of the bricks were starting to fall out and we'd wedge them back in. And one more.
Materials for the rebuild cost around $7,000, much of which came from instructor and student pottery sales at Edina's art fairs.
So that's kind of where the bulk of the money came from. And then we had some additional foundation money. Why are we making these pots? Why are we going to sell them at the art fair? We're going to use those funds to rebuild the kiln.
Instructors and students alike are excited to put the rebuilt gas kiln back online.
Oh, I'm just really excited to know that Edina Art Center is dedicated to having a gas kiln and maintaining it in good repair, and it's one of our greatest assets here. There's a lot of pottery programs that don't have a gas kiln.
Brad talks about the satisfaction of laying the final brick after painstakingly placing each one by hand.
I don't know how many thousand bricks there are in a kiln, but they're a lot. And so bending and lifting and moving every one of them, it felt pretty good to be done with that part.
3 pallets of bricks that came. I mean,
wow,
it's an enormous amount of stuff. Each pallet's over a couple thousand pounds.
One brick at a time.
That's right.
And the last brick.
Yay!
At the Edina Art Center for Edina TV, I'm Matt Koskinen.
Pottery supervisor Sandra Shaughnessy says the project was made possible by a small group of volunteers who handled the majority of the physical labor. Thanks for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.